So hey guys, good evening everyone. So today in this series of hype series of videos, today we are going to perform that CSV file operation of that CPU log data, and we will be performing the operations like finding average hours and ideal hours and finding total counts for users, and that part like we have previously done with Spark. So today we are going to do the same operations using Hive. Okay, Hive queries, and there we have to first thing, okay, what we have to do is first thing we have to start our services like and Hadoop services, and then after that using put command we will be putting that files, okay, over our to our SDFS. Okay, so here I have here in my local system I have already that data, okay, CPU log data in CSV files. So I will be putting these files, okay, inside my SDFS. So for that you have to use a put command, and then after that make a directory inside your SDFS. Here I have already created that data and loaded that data into here by using that put command. So after doing this, okay, so after doing this, okay, we will be writing our whole our Hive query, okay, through our Python programs, okay, and using notebook we will be doing visualization part. So firstly in your terminal, go to your terminal and do one thing, okay, that is we have to start our Hive server, okay, that is Hive server 2. So after starting this Hive servers, okay, I will let me open my OS code, okay, where my code are there. So I will be explaining you step by step. So firstly, okay, for putting that CSV file from our SDFS, okay, into our Hive table, we will be doing some operation like creating table, and the commands are similar, okay. Hive query language, so is SQL, we also called HQL. It's also similar to our SQL command. So let me walk you through my codes, that is okay. Firstly, okay, you have to provide your credentials details like host name, port name. If you don't have password, then leave it blank, and just provide your database name. So okay, for creating database also you can do it from here. So I will be just explaining today. I will just explain you thoroughly. Like firstly we have to create a connections, okay, Hive connections by using this connection object, and by providing our credential data it will create a connection. But you have to start your Hive server in another terminal, okay, like I have done. So now next step is to create connections, and after creating connection, if you want to create database, you can write these programs like that. Firstly create a connection, and then create a cursor for that connections, and through cursor we will be execute our query, okay, that is create database, okay. So it will create our database into a Hive table. So similarly, so okay, here is the main part, okay, we will be loading our CSV file over the table. So I have created a create table, okay, a create table function. So here it is similar, okay. Firstly we are going to first I am creating a connection object here by calling this create connection function. It will give me a connection object. After that I am creating cursor, okay, through that connection, and then I am executing this command to put my to create my data, okay, to create my table onto Hive, okay. And if you are using your CSV file from your Hadoop, then you have to create external table, otherwise your data might get disappear, okay, while doing some operations, okay, while doing some operations, so it might get remove. So for that we have to create external table, and here you have to provide your column name, okay. In we can load our data without column name also, but sometimes what happens is that if you run if you if you load your data without mentioning your your column's name, then it will sometime while running with the query, okay, Hive query, then you will face such errors like you will get missing values, something like that. So to for that purpose, so we are creating tables here. Okay, so I am adding column name here. Okay, actually in my CSV file there are 45 columns, so I am providing that column name, and then after providing all column name and their data type, I have provided string here. So after providing that thing, so you have to use row format delimit fields dominated by, so it will separate our row values, okay, by this comma, and then after that we are storing this as a text file uh, over our SDFS location, that where that CSV data, and I am providing table properties here. So to skip our header file from that CSV, we are using that thing. Okay, so after that just run this just execute, okay, and just run this program, and then it will create a it will it will create your table and data over with it, okay, over to it. Okay, so after that I am going to my notebook file, okay, that is where we are performing operation. Okay, and then I will be telling you that here also we have to create a connections first. Okay, in my notebook also I am creating connections, okay, with my here I am importing my module, okay, that is required. Okay, and this Seaborn and matplotlib, it is used for visualization. Okay, we have done visualization below. Okay, so after that firstly we have to import our PyHive. From PyHive we have to import our Hive, that is the main thing, and then I am using pandas, okay, pandas data frame. Okay, I am using panda data frame while executing that command. Okay, while executing this query, we will be getting the data into our panda data frame. Okay, converting it in our panda data frame, and after that I will be processing that data, and then finally we will do the visualization. Okay, then after that I am providing my env file with my hostname and pod, and then here firstly I have created a connections, okay, by using hive.connection, and then I am performing this query, that is I am selecting username and count, okay, as total. Okay, I will be getting this count value as total, okay, from test data, and this is the one, this test data is my table name, and here I have provided my database name. So I am getting just okay, I am just getting, okay, the data, okay, where keyboard value is also 0, not equals to 0, and mouse value is not equals to 0, it will give me or okay, I have provided or, that means if keyboard value is 0, then mouse value is something, then it will give that value also. Okay, so after that we just have to run our query. Okay, then just hit enter, control enter, and it will fetch you the result. Okay, so how many counts are there, okay, total counts are there in that thing, it will give me fetch me the data. As you can see, for this user it has 361 total counts. So after that, okay, firstly we have performing this operation, that is finding lowest number of average hours. So for finding that we are using same spark command, okay, SQL query. Okay, so we are just selecting username, okay, and username and count, okay, count with this -1 is was just for skipping that first row, and then after that I am adding I am multiplying it by five, and then after that to convert it into seconds I am using 60, and then after that this I am dividing it by 6, because we have 6 CSV file there. So after that I am selecting that as working seconds. So from log, and where I am providing a condition where keyboard I have already explained it there, keyboard is not equals to 0 or mouse is not equals to 0. So, and I am grouping these values by username. Okay, so it will give me only the distinct values. So here I have some connections problems, I think. Okay, so after doing that, okay, so actually it was not connections problem, it was, I think, I have to give test data here. So my table name is test data, so just give the test data, so it will give me the output. Okay, as you can see, it is fetching me the output. So after doing this, okay, I am converting that data frame, okay, into hour. Okay, so I am just converting this seconds into hour by using panda to date time. Okay, so just run this query and then you will get your time. Okay, and this second converted into hour. Okay, and then after that finding the usernames. Okay, finding username average hour, we will be running same we will be running same query, but here I am just providing ascending order. Okay, it will give me the order into ascending order. So that is the only thing. Okay, here that is the only thing here. So here let me provide that table name is test data, and just hit enter and it will pays me that working seconds. Okay, then after that I am just converting that working seconds into hour, and it will give me the hour for that particular users. Okay, average hour of particular users. Okay, in ascending order. And then after that I have done the visualizations. Okay, just run this command, and I am just taking this highest average hour values, and I am just plotting that values using pie chart. And over that over here, okay, you can see the pie chart with the percentage for each users. And then in and I have also plotted bar chart also for the same. Okay, here are their working seconds and the username. Okay, so as you can clearly see, so after that we will be performing user counts. Okay, so user counts. Okay, for performing user counts, we just have to group our username, and then we just have to group username and count all the values. Okay, so count all the data. Okay, let me you keep test data. So let me hit enter, and as you can no, so just not enter, control enter, and it will fetch me the user and their count. Okay, then after that I am using this bar chart. Okay, for this things. And then it will give me the bar chart. Okay, for each user how many counts are there. So I am just doing pie chart also for the same. So after that okay, for finding highest hour, we just have to change our queries to where keyboard is equals to 0 and mouse is equals to 0. It will give me the idle hour for each person. So just hit enter. So here I also I get error. Okay, just change this table name to test data. So I'm just changing this table name to test data, and it will give me the perfect output. And then here, as you can see, idle time. Okay, idle number of hour for each users. Okay, and then for getting that idle time in seconds. Okay, we just have to change our queries. Okay, this query is same as the finding of that average hour. Just we just have to I just have to give this table name that is test data. So let me hit enter, and it will fetch me the idle seconds first, and after that I am just converting that idle seconds into hour. Okay, so in hour you can see, okay, idle hour for each person. So let me do the visualization also for this same. I just have to run this query, and then just run this notebook cell. So here you can see the pie plot for the same, pie chart for the same, and here you can see the bar chart also. Okay, for the same. So by using these things, so you can do the we can do the visualization, and by running query with our Hive server, and then after running that will return our Hive table data, and then we are just putting it into our panda data frame, and then we will do some processing. Okay, by using this panda data frame, we have done some processings. Okay, like doing converting it into seconds and converting into hours by using pandas, and then doing the visualization. And there is also another way. Okay, so another way, okay, for just like if we want to save okay, if you want to create a table from that CSV file on this only the selected columns, like previously I have done, I have to write, okay, all the 45 columns now. So here, okay, I have another thing. Okay, by using PySpark also Spark. Okay, it will make us easy, okay, to do run the to modify, okay, to to do the transformation of our CSV file before putting it into our Hive table. Okay, so first what we have to create a PySpark session, and after creating this session, it will start the session, and then I just have to write this. Okay, I just have to create a data frame, okay, from that CSV file. Okay, I am loading that CSV file into this data frame, and then okay, from the data frame I am just selecting this 4 column, whatever columns I have needed. I am just selecting that column. Okay, then after that I am creating a view from that data frame, and then we have to put this data frame into our Hive table by using the F2 that write mode. Okay, overwrite. Okay, here I am providing write mode as overwrite, and save as table. It will insert our that Spark data frame into our Hive table. Okay, and here you can see whatever database is present there in my Hive table. Okay, and then also we can also put that thing by just running the Spark SQL command like create table tester2, and then we are just selecting all data from our my view. Okay, from this temporary table, we are just selecting all the data, and then we are putting the data into our Hive table, naming test2 with database name test. So as you can see, we can perform our operations, okay, based on what is the need. Okay, what is the need, okay, or what is the requirement. Based upon the requirement, we can perform different operations. Okay, so this is also the another way of doing inserting table into the Hive. Okay, so well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much.